guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel. If you saw the title of this video and you're wondering if it's a bit early to be thinking about goals for next year when we're not even done with this year, then hello, hi, my name's Kate. Clearly we have not met yet. Y'all, I love goals. A lot of you know how much I love goals. I think setting goals are so important to accomplish what you want. Think it, say it, put it into action, and it's gonna happen. That action part though is key, and that's going to be something that I'm working on specifically this year, not just these big overarching goals, but also all of the little goals and daily habits that will lead me into actually achieving what I want to achieve for the year. So let's go ahead and get into it. Writing goals first. Number 1, query to traditionally publish Project Blue, aka the Meridian Maps, starting in February. That project is already on its 4th or 5th draft, and all of it is just so close. It's little tinkering, and I think I would really benefit from actually just finally pushing myself to query. It's been a goal for so long, and I feel like at this point I'm getting really close to that wall where really I'm just procrastinating doing something because I'm scared of the answer. Do you know what I mean? But I don't want to let myself do that. I don't want to hit that wall. So query, hopefully by February. And if I don't get an agent throughout the year, or I receive feedback indicating that the story's just not ready yet, or it's not ready for market, or I receive no feedback, I'll go ahead and query this year's NaNoWriMo rewrite, aka Project Purple, still nameless, still also pink. The second goal is to complete both camps and NaNoWriMo in November. I haven't yet decided which projects I want to work on. I think a lot of that will kind of shake out depending on how these other goals go. I did talk about how there's something so magical and wonderful about starting a new story in November, so that's the only one I'm like 90% sure that's what I want to do. And obviously I don't have that new story yet. It's basically a year away. The third goal is to indie publish my college romance series under a different name from Kate Kavanaugh. I think if you've been watching some of my videos, you can actually see it on the screen a couple times, but I will be revealing that later because I'm so excited. I'm drawing that onto my writer desk. I'm like reworking it, painting it myself, and oh my gosh. But I thought it'd be so fun to put all of my various writer names on there. So yeah, it'll be on there. I'll tell y'all all about it then. I do already have my indie publishing house / business. I'm gonna keep the actual dates hidden for now, but I think this might be the toughest goal on my list for 2019 just because so much of it is so new. Querying, I've at least attempted to write a query letter before, but the actual act of publishing, there's just so much research that I've already done, but I feel like there's so much more that I need to do before I'm ready. And while the stories are so close to done, that's the aspect, the actual publication part that I'm so nervous about, but so excited for. There are a ton of authortubers and podcasts that I will be turning to in the next couple of months. And for my fourth goal, we are going to take a turn into the freelance writing realm, and I would like to publish onto Medium or other spaces under Kate Kavanaugh once a month. Just articles that I have thought up and places that I kind of want to push. Brand is the wrong term, but like articles that I want to write, the things I'm interested in. Now this was a goal that I had last year, but it ended up getting pushed to the wayside just because of all the other goals I have. It really got shuffled to the end, so I'm hoping with once a month I can make it a priority. Not too overwhelming, but enough so that it actually happens this time, you know? And now onto my reading goals for 2019. I'm so excited. First up, for my overarching goal, the number of books I want to read is 26. Last year I set it at 50, and we'll get to the review of how the 2018 year looked. Yeah, we'll get to it. But anyways, 26 books this year. That works out to a book every 2 weeks. And I think not only is that doable, but that's still, with all of the other stuff I'm doing, maybe a little bit of a stretch. So I'm excited for that kind of element of challenge. Realistic, yet still challenging. Thus a challenge. And so unlike my writing goals, my reading goals are going to be segmented down. So the second reading goal is that of the 26 books I want to read, I want 12 to be classic novels. So far I found it pretty easy to do one Cooking with Classic episode per month, and that series just hits all of my favorite things, you know, cooking, book analysis, raving about my favorite lines, and really delving deep into what those classic novels can teach me about writing. So really it's all good things, and I don't actually mind that theoretically almost half of the books I want to read for the year are going to be classic novels, because if The Count of Monte Cristo and Then There Were None have taught me anything, it's that classic novels are so diverse and can be so fun, and I totally apologize for past me for thinking that classics were boring. That was an opinion I had, and I'm so sorry. The third reading goal is that of the 26 books, I would like 6 of those books to be authortuber books, or books by booktubers. I want to help support this outstanding, wonderful community, and I've had so many of these books on my TBR for so long, and I've actually already started one, but more on that later. And the fourth goal, which really isn't a goal, is just to allow myself with the remaining 8 books that are not designated classic or authortuber of my 26. They will be whatever I want to read. In 2018, I made a specific genre goal, but then what I found out is that I actually read pretty diversely without trying to. So rather than trying to force that into a goal and making myself read a certain number of each genre, I'm not gonna do that. Plus, of course, classics and authortuber books fall within so many different genres that really, I don't think that's gonna be a problem this year. That's what I'm saying. And now, while I didn't add this to the title, I'm going to go ahead real quick and talk about my roaming and random other goals, because of course I am all about that read, write, roam, random, other assorted goal life, because that's a thing that's not just me, right? No, it's just me. It's fine. So the first roaming goal on my list is Canada. Oh, Canada. This past year on my super mega solar road trip, I saw Victoria, Vancouver, Calgary, the Canadian side of Banff National Park, Winnipeg, and not on my road trip, but I also saw Montreal while I was near Vermont. So while there are many more Canadian cities on my list, Toronto. I'll just say Toronto. Officially on the list. The second roaming goal is that I want to actually run in a Disney World half marathon. And I have done this before. I did the Disney Princess half marathon way back in like 2015, I think. Way back. But this year I'm planning on doing the Wine and Dine half marathon in November, which also will be during NaNoWriMo next year. We're not gonna think about that now. I have been ramping up on my couch to 5K, so I guess this could maybe be like a random other assorted goal almost, except that of course, I'm traveling to Disney World for it. I will have to do a 10K or another half marathon sometime in 2019 in order to make time for the Disney World half marathon, but I am so excited. Yes. And the third goal is something that I am super fortunate and super lucky, and it's definitely like a once in a lifetime thing for me and my family. But my mom got a companion pass from our regional airline, and so I am her designated companion. This is sounding very Doctor Who-y. So we're definitely gonna be taking advantage of the inexpensive travel, and there's actually like a list that we've kind of come up with of the places that this airline flies to. And so yeah, I think we're gonna cross a few of the places off our list. And finally, for my random other assorted goals, which is actually just one goal this year, and it's the same goal I've had for forever, it feels like. But that is to speak Spanish semi-fluently every freaking year, y'all. Here's the thing, I do think I've improved. Every year I feel like I've actually improved on the basics. My problem is mainly consistency, which is huge when you're trying to learn a language, and also like practicing speaking. I am much better at reading and then like okay at listening, and then just trash at speaking it. Conjugations and verb tenses are just so challenging to me for some reason. But I want to make an extremely conscious effort this year to make that, I just want to cross it off my list. I want it to be something. I don't want to be monolingual anymore, you guys. That's what I'm saying. I want to finally achieve something that I feel like I've been attempting for so long, longer than I've been attempting most of my writing projects. Almost all of my writing projects. So that's it for all of my goals for 2019. Please comment down below and let me know what your goals for 2019 are, and let me know if you want me to share the kind of habits I'm looking forward to building so that I can achieve those goals. I did personally segment these down from these big overarching goals to monthly goals, and then to like weekly, and in some cases daily goals, or like, again, daily habits in order to achieve them. So just let me know. And then also let me know how you plan to accomplish your goals. Do you have any goals that feel more far-fetched than others, or that are going to be more hard-won than others? Comment down below. I would love to hear about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all very soon with a new video. Bye! So far, I found it pretty easy to do one. So far, I found it pretty, okay.